We're live from the capital, Gaborone. This is BTV News at 9 o'clock. I am Khomotso Mapane. Let's take a look at the headlines. President Boko calls for laws effective to combat money laundering and financing of terrorism. The University of Botswana confers 3,400 individuals with degrees and certificates at their 43rd graduation ceremony.
Extension Ghana's working on addressing the club's financial challenges.
Tato Khosemore joins us a bit later with sport, and in sign language is Topo Taposa. Good evening. President Advocate Duma Boko has implored delegates of the Africa Civil Society Conference to ensure that the country's existing legislative frameworks are effective in combating issues of money laundering, countering the financing of terrorism. He said this when addressing the second high-level Africa Civil Society AML-FCT conference attended by stakeholders from across the continent.
As the global village confronts escalating threats from money laundering and terrorism, the urgency to protect financial systems, strengthen governance frameworks, and safeguard civic freedoms has never been greater. This high-level regional conference, bringing together 54 member states and over 200 delegates, placed Africa's unified front against illicit finance firmly in the spotlight.
Do you have a legislative framework that responds, that anticipates, that addresses the challenges of money laundering and illicit financial flows, potential financing of terrorism? Yes, we do. And so the issue of effectiveness is not just to tick the box when a SAMLAC comes and say we are compliant with FATF standards. It is to safeguard the very interests of the country and its people, that we sufficiently deter, especially the mighty and powerful, who not only engage in these criminal enterprises, but also subvert the course of justice.
The dire socioeconomic impacts of money laundering and terrorism are massive, compelling urgent solutions for Africa to preserve her sustainability.
The bad side of money laundering, the bad side of terrorism are human sufferings, drugs, which you see ravaging our children all over Africa.
Statistics reveal that on annual basis, we lose close to 88.6 billion. This money, if at all it is plowed back, it will mean a lot to our society. It will make us attain our goals.
As Africa and the world grapple these complex realities, civil society's role and participation is needed.
The message for us is that states should not unduly restrict civil society organizations, but make it easier for us to continue to do the good works that we have set out to do.
We must ensure that civic space is not only protected, but that it informs, shapes, and drives policy processes and decision-making.
I also serve as a crucial reminder of the crises involved in our shared mission to safeguard the integrity of the global financial system.
Committed to fighting organized crime at all levels, Botswana and other African nations will in the next 2 days practically engage and forge regional solutions to this global crisis. Utsidile Onkabetsi, BTV News, Gaborone.
The UDC has nominated Tokyo Modise as candidate for Kalahari South. The party described Modise as strong and hardworking, adding that he consistently serves the people of the constituency. According to a press release from the UDC, his upbringing and family background in the BNF instilled in him a strong sense of responsibility and understanding of political party processes. In Kalahari South, he has been active in community work and continues to be committed to public service before formally entering politics this year, following in the footsteps of the late Dr. Marcus Chimbombi. The elections are scheduled to take place on 15th November. Still with the UDC, the party says that Mr. Motlatsi Molapi's appointment has provoked a range of reactions, even though the office of the president has provided its rationale. The party emphasizes that Mr. Molapi's position is pivotal to his broader vision of reforming national governance. As UDC chairman, Mr. Molapisi is not only a senior figure in the Botswana People's Party, BPP, but also a staunch proponent of African unity. According to a press release, he has devoted his life to politics and his expertise is much valued within the UDC. Having previously held roles as a councillor and as mayor of Francistown, his appointment follows due process and is legally entitled to name a deputy, and he is legally entitled to be within the UDC government. Moving on, Serowe District Council says it intends to come up with ways that can generate income for the district and expand the value of business in the district. This was emphasized by the council chairperson, Mr. Tamelantaha, during a courtesy visit by the delegation from Chungangshe town in China to resuscitate the terms of a twinning agreement between the two parties. Huizone Sakeng reports.
Talks of cooperation between the Serowe District, formerly Central District, and China were last held in 2011, over 10 years ago. The arrival of the China delegation has renewed the long-held hope for cooperation in key areas of economic development such as farming, technology, and tourism.
We are willing to share practical technologies in water saving, irrigation, crop breeding, and pest control to support agriculture modernization. At the same time, we can engage in dialogue and cooperation on the development and use of clean energy, such as solar and wind power, jointly exploring green, low-carbon development pathways to contribute to Serowe's sustainable economic and social development.
Moreover, Serowe District leadership says they are ready to send a delegation to China for training and skills acquisition. We recently opened the council abattoir, so we hope our partners from China will assist so that it is fully operational. Moreover, we have a huge plot where we can build another abattoir, but we must first find an investor to help us develop it.
As the district leadership, we are here to engage each other and to resuscitate. The areas we are focusing on in as far as this partnership is concerned is on agriculture. As you've heard from the leader of the delegation, the vice chairman of the city has indicated that they are ready and willing to assist.
According to the two parties, the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding will take place at the end of October, while training of staff will take place in the first quarter of 2026. Huizone Sakeng, BTV News, Serowe.
The University of Botswana will confer 3,400 individuals with doctorate, master's degrees and certificates during its two-day 43rd graduation ceremony. Speaking during the first day of the ceremony this morning in Gaborone, Minister of Higher Education, Mr. Prince Maele, advised the graduates to position themselves in the entrepreneurship space and explore opportunities in the digital space. He further encouraged them to stand resolute amidst the current challenges, putting a strain on the country's socio-economic development. During the ceremony, Evelyn Nyambari was awarded the valedictorian for the class of 2025, Monica Sutwaila.
A celebration of achievement as the University of Botswana honors its 3,400 graduates from various fields of qualifications. This is a time of great pride and accomplishment for the graduates as they revel in the results of their sleepless nights, marking a transition into the next journey of their lives, which promises to be even more adventurous.
To the University of Botswana, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for providing us with the opportunity to pursue our academic dreams. Your unwavering commitment to academic excellence has equipped us with the knowledge and skills and values necessary to succeed in an ever-changing world. To those who are still on the academic journey, I offer these words of encouragement. Stay focused, stay driven, and never lose sight of your goals.
With the current economic challenges the country is facing and uncertainty of job prospects, this day also brings about a mix of conflicting emotions. However, graduates are advised to explore all life's possibilities presented before them.
The world is shifting. Artificial intelligence, robotics, climate change, the green economy, and digital transformation are not far off ideas. They are your battlefield. Position yourself, Bongwanaka, not just to take jobs, but to create them. Entrepreneurship must be explored. Start something the world has never seen. Let your excellence be unstoppable. Go out there and break boundaries no one else dared to cross. Design the next frontier of energy, frontier of health, technology, and trade. Teach, lead, innovate.
The quality of research at this institution has improved by over 400% in the last 7 years. And the number of innovations coming out of our labs and our innovation center and ready for commercialization continue to increase steadily.
The recent launch that I referred to earlier of public broadcasting in minority languages presents a challenge to your institution, sir, my institution, and you, graduates. There are about 28 or so different languages spoken in Botswana. There's an opportunity for you to go and develop not just orthographies, but large language models.
The graduates were reminded that the path of success requires good character, resilience, and the ability to adapt. Hence, they should continue with the same spirit that carried them through their studies as they embark upon different career paths. Monica Saswaila, BTV News, Gaborone.
Farmers in Tswapo North constituency have been urged to familiarize themselves with various farming techniques that can withstand the climate change conditions. This was said by the Acting Minister of Lands and Agriculture, Dr. Edwin Dukoloti, at the World Food Day celebrations in Maunatlala. Love More Mario with the details.
Every year, Botswana joins other countries to celebrate and commemorate World Food Day. Challenges such as change of climate and shortage of water for irrigation purposes has been cited amongst those contributing to low food production. In Tswapo areas, a representative for farmers in this area, Ms. Mari Vise, says they face challenges of a high volume of illegal imported products and poor road infrastructure to their farms.
We have a problem with, at the moment, challenges of selling our products due to high volumes coming in from South Africa. We believe there's a lot of smuggling going on. And then also we struggle with border opening and closing.
Acting Minister of Lands and Agriculture, Dr. Edwin Dukoloti, says it's a high time for farmers to rise up and face these challenges with a different mindset, courage, and motivation for improved food security.
We stand at a defining moment, a time when the choices we make as a nation will determine the future of our agriculture, our food security, and the prosperity of every citizen of this beautiful republic. Ladies and gentlemen, agriculture is the backbone of our rural communities as it provides livelihoods for thousands of households and it underpins the food security, and it forms a key pillar of our economic diversification agenda. Yes, As we celebrate this day today, we must also acknowledge the realities that confront us jaaka mulimi antse a re bolela ha kgantele ya.
Ra itse gore mo Botswana seemo sa temothuo se wetse ko tlase. Ra itse gore pele ga boipuso re ne re le ko di-percenteng hela tse di rileng tsa bo 40%. Mme gompieno re santse re le mo seemong sa 1.7% mo itsholelong ya Botswana.
The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, which is also celebrating their 80th anniversary, pledged their support to member states such as Botswana with inclusivity and building resilience to confront real challenges in agriculture.
For 80 years, FAO has really worked hand in hand with the nations, supporting the nations. Like here in Botswana, that the FAO is really working very closely with the government and with all stakeholders in order to really, of course, strengthen food systems, fight malnutrition, and protect natural resources.
As the government continues to present its National Development 12th Draft Policy, the agricultural sector has been pinpointed as one of those which is supposed to create 250,000 jobs or more by the year 2030 through collaboration and partnerships with the private sector. Love More Mario, BTV News, Maunatala.
You're still with BTV News at 9. Justice Bafi Landa has sentenced a 39-year-old man to 30 years in prison for repeatedly raping his biological daughter, who was 13 years old at the time, for a period of 1 year, 7 months. The judge noted that the court had taken into account the accused's guilty plea, which saved the court's time. BTV News reporter Ngutule Tamare with more.
Judge Bafi Landa says the 30-year sentence imposed on the rape accused is a reflective of the magnitude of the crime he committed, that of raping his biological child. He said the perpetrator was supposed to provide protection but ended up exploiting and victimizing a minor, a daughter who looked up to her father and depended on him with her entire life. Judge Landa says the victim, born in 2010, was only 12 years when the accused began raping her in February 2023, and that when he raped her in September 2024, she was just 13 years. The judge says the child went through trauma at the hands of the one who was supposed to be her protector. Therefore, she will be scared for life. Judge Landa says that for the very fact that the accused repeatedly raped his own daughter for a period of 1 year, 7 months, it shows that he was intentional with his acts of cruelty. On other issues, the judge says the court has observed that cases involving the abuse of children are on the rise, hence this call for even more stringent penalties as to knock some sense it will be perpetrators. In mitigation, the accused said he's a caretaker of his elderly mother and nieces. Despite this, Judge Landa ruled that the crime committed far outweighed the mitigation, bearing in mind that the victim is the accused 13-year-old biological daughter and he had the moral responsibility of taking care of his own child, not destroy her. The judge also ordered that the imprisonment period must be computed to consider any period already spent by the accused person in prison. He also advised the accused of his right to appeal to the Court of Appeal within 6 weeks if he is not satisfied with the conviction or sentence or both. Unkutle Tamage, BTV News, Broadest Magistrate Court, Gaborone.
The government introduced RADP funds to help reduce its financial burden in supporting people living in hard-to-reach settlements. The initiative aims to empower communities to generate their own income and drive local development. This was highlighted by the Deputy Director of Community Development in the Ministry of Local Government, Ms. Khomolemo Zela-Khopo, during the National RADP Farms Training and Field Day held in Chobokwane. Lesohom Kwaisi compiled the report.
The RADP farms were meant to empower people living in disadvantaged, far-flung rural areas so they could have decent livelihoods. 22 farms were established under the program, and out of the 22, 19 were fully funded, although only 7 are currently operational. This training seeks to address challenges experienced by beneficiaries who do not seem to utilize the farms.
Re itemogela kgang e ntseng re bua ka yone go sa dirisa polasi kana lehatshe le tse di molemo go tsone o di dirisa sentle mme
We have realized that most of our farms are underutilized because we have a lot of land that is not being used in our farms. We have also learned that we do not have any standard practice on how we are running our farms.
Limited value addition. Re itemogela gore practice ya rona ka ga re tsamaisang dipolasi tsa rona ka teng ga go standard.
Our aim is that in future we have these cattle that we see here competing at the Hansi Agricultural Show and any other show across the country. Some of the farm workers say although they are putting in the work to keep the farms operational, they are experiencing some challenges.
Ga di cattle post tse dingwe gape e gagare ga dipolase tse dingwe mme ebile gape e gagare ga di-sand dunes. Those sand dunes ke dilo tse di movang yaanong ga o baile terata ya mover e dira diphatlha. We have to maintenance it frequently because diphego ga di hokaela go a tsamaya yaanong batho le bone ba tla ba na le access ya go tla go utswa dilo tsa rona.
Kgolo ke gore na ke itse gore a go lela rona hela mo kganyeng ya transport gore go thata gore o hitelle ko diofising le bakeng la transport hela ya gompieno ana go dirilwe thulaganyo ye ntšha o kopa koloi ka laboraro gore go thusa beke e tang ha ile go lo santse lo thusiwa ke koloi tsa council.
Officials have expressed hope that the training and field day will motivate these farm workers to apply themselves more and change the way they've been operating the farms so they can now be in a better position to generate income and help uplift their communities. Lesego Mokwaisi, BTV News, Chobokwani.
And in international news, Madagascar's new military ruler, Michael Randrianirina, has announced that he will soon be sworn in as the country's president, as the African Union suspended Madagascar following a coup to oust President Andry Rajoelina. Rajoelina, who was impeached by lawmakers after fleeing abroad, has condemned the takeover and refused to step down, despite Gen Z demonstrations demanding his resignation and widespread defections in the security forces. Randrianirina said the military had taken power and dissolved all institutions except the lower house of parliament. The suspension by the African Union carries political weight and could isolate the country's new leadership. A committee led by the military would rule for up to 2 years alongside a transitional government before organizing new elections. Tata Khosimore is standing by to give you sport.
Thank you, Khomotso Mapane. Botswana Tonight Sports segment. It is where you are this hour with me, Tato Khosimore. Good evening, and here is our first story tonight. Extension Ghana's chairman Solomon Ramushotwani says that clubs' financial struggles will soon be addressed as they are closing on sealing a deal with potential sponsors. Mapantsola have been in recent times beleaguered by financial problems, which has adversely affected the Pilen Giants' operational and the administrational capabilities. Victoria Dakin.
As one of Botswana's most storied football clubs, the Lobatse outfit has faced difficulties paying players and technical staff, resulting in multiple disputes. Hopes were briefly raised when South African businessman Chief Khomongwe came on board to assist, but the partnership collapsed, leaving the club burdened by renewed debts and rising operational costs.
Upon resumption, July, we then assessed what was in place, and then we sought legal opinion, and we were advised, this is how they can go about it. There have been communication between our legal team as well as him, but we can say that he has never responded to anything up until the last write-up that terminated the agreement, which actually it never started, even the way it was signed.
Currently sitting just above the relegation zone, Gunners are once again seeking a stable financial backer.
Very soon, I think, we will also be bringing good news to our members, by extension Gunners. We are almost 98% done. It's only the paperwork that we have to just work on, and then very soon we smile like any other club.
Following their relegation to the First Division in 2022, the team's return to the Premiership has been far from convincing. Chairman Ramochotlwane emphasized that strengthening the squad remains a top priority to secure their top flight status.
I can assure Magana we have signed quality players, and we have beefed up with 3 foreign players. We have got a 19-year Ivorian striker. We also got another striker from DRC, as well as an experienced defensive midfielder who was playing in Burkina Faso. He's a Ghanaian, and with also quality young boys, under 20 Amararo.
In August, the club suspended its deputy chairman and welfare manager for allegedly bringing the club into disrepute. The disciplinary process is expected to conclude by end of this month. Extension Gunners will look for their second win of the season when they face fellow strugglers Matabele FC at the GU Stadium this Saturday afternoon. Victoria Dakin, BTV Sport.
And now we're off to Morocco in the ongoing Rally to Morocco 2025. Ross Branch rode a smart and tactical stage form, finishing 7th in a time of 3 hours, 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Jose Ignacio Nacho Cornejom, also riding for Hero Motorsport, stole the spotlight with a stage-winning time of 2 hours, 58 minutes and 8 seconds, edging out to Monster Energy Honda Tosha Sherenam by 24 seconds. Tomorrow's final stage 5 promises a demanding 216 kilometer plus a 95 kilometer license section.
Hey guys, that's the end of stage 4, and yeah, so good. I feel amazing, and I was a little bit disappointed yesterday, but today paid off. It was so much fun. I did make a couple of mistakes. One big mistake where I ended up at a big fence saying "Welcome to Algeria" when I knew I was wrong. But no, all in all, it was a good day. I had some fun on the bike, and we tested a couple of things for Dakar. So all in all, very, very happy, and huge congratulations to Nacho. He really deserves this, and the entire team deserve it. They've been working non-stop, and to get a stage win is unbelievable. So well done to Nacho. Super proud of him, and really happy for the team. So thank you guys for all the support. Last day tomorrow, and then we get working on Dakar.
And lastly, coming back home, Sirelezo Samuel of BDF Table Tennis Club defeated Gaonezwagam in 4 straight sets to secure his 6th win in the Phoenix Assurance Botswana League. The match was played at Babwisi Hall on Wednesday. Sapaki Hemile with the details.
Samuel began the match strongly, collecting points to win the first set 11-3. Zwaga came back rejuvenated in the second set in an attempt to level matters. But it was not enough as Samuel stood firm to take it by 11 points to 8. They continued to trade shots in the third set as Samuel tried to increase his lead while Zwaga attempted a comeback. Samuel's experience prevailed as he won that set 11-7. The fourth set proved to be a continuation of the first 3 sets as Zwaga pushed hard to reclaim control of the set. But Samuel held firm, sealing the set 11-8 to win the match by 4 sets to love.
Just as expected.
I expected this result, and I'm happy. My plan was not to lose a set to ensure that I stay in contention for the league title.
I wasn't
doing something right. I don't know what got into me when the match started, and I didn't know what to do. He was a pretty good player.
In the women's match played at the same venue, Olratorama of the Tuarua Table Tennis Club defeated Solofela Gaogalemela of Smash Next by 4-2 in a tight contest that pushed both players to the limit.
I'm quite impressed.
I came knowing that Sulu is a good player as she's an attacker. I'm proud of how I managed to mount a comeback and eventually win the match.
I'm a little disappointed.
I'm disappointed to have lost the match even though I've been working hard at training. I will definitely work on improving my performance. In other men's matches, Mompati Chabe of BDF Table Tennis Club defeated Boago Malobela of Smash Next by 4-0. Tsebogi Himile, PTV Sport, Gaborone.
And that's how we wrap up Botswana Tonight sports segment this evening. Now a reminder of our top stories up next with Akomuzo Mapani.
President Boko calls for effective laws to combat money laundering and financing of terrorism. The University of Botswana to confer 3,400 individuals with degrees and certificates during its two-day 43rd graduation ceremony.
And in sport, Extension Gunners are working on addressing the club's financial challenges.
Tata Khosimore bringing us to the end of our news bulletin this Thursday evening. In sign language, we'll stop with the Posa. Up next is the weather update. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Samuel Ramotont. We had some rainfall activities yesterday in some areas over southern central, and the following are some of the amounts that were recorded. 7 millimeters at Musolotani Primary School, 5 at Kamani Primary School, and drops were recorded at Mahalape Meteorological Station. While the current satellite picture shows clouds are visible over most areas of the country, except over some areas of Kalahari and southern, where clear skies are in most areas. As for tomorrow, we're expecting cloudy conditions in the morning over southern central and northeast, but there will be a possibility of thunder showers over some areas during the course of the day, while over other areas of the country we're expecting partly cloudy conditions, but also with possibility of isolated thunder showers over Khanzi, Kalahari South and Southeast, Katling and Kweni. In the morning, warm temperatures of 18 are expected in Francistown, Olifantsdrift, Lepepe, Juaning and in Gaborone, while at Good Hope we're expecting only 16 degrees Celsius. Over other areas of the country, temperatures will be warm in the morning with minimums of 20 to about 24 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, warm temperatures are expected over southern Southeast, Katling, Kweni, southern central and northeast with maximums of 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. But over Khanzi and Kalahari, we're expecting hot temperatures in the afternoon with maximums of 33 to 35 degrees Celsius. And over Ngamil and Chobe, northern central, we're expecting very hot temperatures in the afternoon with maximums of 36 to 38 degrees Celsius. And now as for the fire report, this red spot shows wildfires which are currently burning in some areas of the country. Even tomorrow, the fire danger index is still dangerous in most areas of the country. Therefore, the public is advised to handle fire with caution and to avoid starting unnecessary wildfires. As for this coming weekend, clouds are expected over most areas in southern Southeast, Katling and Kweni, with isolated thunder showers to scattered thunder showers in some areas, and temperatures will be warm in the afternoon. And over Khanzi and Kalahari, still expecting clouds to be visible this coming weekend with isolated thunder showers in some areas, and temperatures will be hot in most areas. Over Chobe and Ngamiland, we're expecting only partly cloudy conditions, and temperatures will be very hot in the afternoon this coming weekend. And over central and northeast, clouds are expected to be visible in most areas with possibility of thunder showers in some areas. And temperatures will be warm over most areas in southern central and northeast. However, northern central, we're expecting temperatures to range from hot to very hot. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good night.